Every community has its drama, but in Jujutsu Shenanigans, things don't just happen quietly, they escalate into full-scale server wars, toxic clan clashes, and betrayals that shake the entire player base. Grab your snacks, because today we're diving deep into the wildest drama JJ's has ever seen. It all started simple, players grouping up, forming clans, and taking over public servers. For a while, it was just friendly competition, but as clans grew larger, egos flared up. The line between playing for fun and playing for pure clout vanished overnight. Things crossed the line during a high-stakes tournament. Accusations of teaming, exploit abuse, and toxic callouts flooded the chat. Instead of handling it behind closed doors, it spilled out onto social media. Clips went viral, sides were chosen, and the server was officially split into two warring factions. What followed was days of pure chaos, raiding parties, target hunting, and endless trash talk. No public server was safe. If you wore the wrong clan tag, you instantly had a target on your back. The game stopped being about combos and started being about pride. Eventually, the hype died down. Some clans disbanded, key players took a break, and the community realized something important. At the end of the day, it's just a Roblox fighting game, but the scars and the clips remain legendary. Drama comes and goes, but the community always finds a way to bounce back. It started like most internet dramas do, a flurry of out-of-context clips, screenshots, and accusations circulating on social media. Within hours, the community was divided. People were jumping to conclusions before knowing the full story, and the name of the game's creator was dragged right into the center of the panic. When you strip away the internet noise and look at the actual evidence, a very different picture emerges. Moderation logs, official developer statements, and verifiable timelines showed that the major claims against the owner were completely fabricated or deeply twisted out of context. Transparency is everything, and when the receipts were finally laid out, the narrative collapsed. False allegations don't just affect creators, they hurt the entire community. They create unnecessary toxicity, ruin player trust, and distract from the actual hard work put into building the game. But this situation also served as a major wake-up call about how fast we consume unverified information online. In any internet controversy, opinions are loud, but facts are quiet. When the Jujutsu Shenanigans drama hit its peak, accusations flew across Twitter and Discord like wildfire, but accusations aren't proof. Today, we are looking directly at the timeline, the screenshots, and the official evidence to see what actually happened and how the receipts cleared the owner's name. To understand the drama, we have to look at how the claims were initially presented. Out-of-context text logs, cropped screenshots, and second-hand accounts flooded social media. Without checking timestamps or full chat histories, public opinion swung fast, but if you dig into the actual logs provided by moderators, a completely different story begins to emerge. Let's look at the actual evidence. When community investigators and neutral developers cross-referenced the timestamps, the core narrative of the allegations fell apart. Server backend records showed that the events claimed by the accusers physically never took place, and the owner's communication logs proved transparency from day one. Real evidence doesn't need to be cropped or edited to make a point. Why did this blow up so big if the evidence proved it wrong? Because outrage travels faster than the truth. Drama channels and viral tweets thrive on panic. By the time the full context and actual receipts were published, the damage to public perception had already been done. It's a massive reminder of why we need to wait for verifiable proof before grabbing pitchforks. In community controversies, people love to argue based on feelings, rumors, and cropped screenshots. But when you want to clear someone's name or understand the truth, you don't look at opinions, you look at hard, verifiable evidence. Today, we are opening the folder, looking at the direct logs, and breaking down the exact proof behind the Jujutsu Shenanigans situation. Let's start with the initial claims that went viral. When investigators pulled the actual server architecture records and compared them with the screenshots floating around Twitter, the inconsistencies were glaring. Missing unique IDs, mismatched timestamps, and edited dialogue lines proved that the primary evidence used against the owner was completely manufactured. When you check the source code of the claims, they fall apart instantly. Next, let's look at what the backend actually recorded. Developer permissions, moderation logs, and activity timestamps completely cleared the owner of any involvement in the alleged actions. The logs showed active protocol compliance and clear administrative boundaries. The evidence wasn't hidden. It was right there in the system history for anyone willing to look past the outrage. The biggest lesson from all of this isn't just about one game or one owner, it's about how easily internet mobs can be manipulated by a lack of context. Real evidence takes time to gather, whereas fake news takes 5 seconds to post. That's why waiting for the receipts matters more than jumping on a trend. The files have been reviewed, the logs match up, and the narrative has been corrected with hard facts. If you want more deep dives based on actual proof instead of internet panic. Everyone jumped to conclusions over this screenshot in the JJ's controversy, but it was completely faked. Look at the metadata. When investigators pulled the actual server architecture and checked the source code of the claims, the timestamps didn't match and the IDs were totally wiped. The accusers edited the text to create fake drama. Internet outrage spreads fast, but the receipts don't lie. Always check your sources before buying into the hype. If you're still confused about the JJ's controversy, here are the exact points proving why the owner is completely cleared of all allegations. Point 1. The timestamps. Official server logs prove the owner wasn't even active during the claimed windows. Point 2. The fabricated proof. The primary screenshots were proven to be edited with mismatched user IDs. Point 3. Transparent audits. Neutral third-party developers verified the backend files, showing 0 policy breaches. We need to talk about the massive misinformation campaign surrounding the JJ's creator. People are twisting the narrative completely, ignoring basic facts and timelines. Fact 1. The age factor. He was just 12 years old when he started building his first projects. Fact 2. The current reality. He is turning 18 this year, and people are retroactively trying to frame past peer interactions with malicious labels. Fact 3. The intent. Conflating childhood projects with bad faith allegations is completely dishonest and damaging. Let's look at the actual reality. He was a 12-year-old kid messing around with game development, learning how to code like countless other kids online. He's turning 18 this year, and internet mobs are trying to slap predatory labels on interactions that happened when everyone involved was a minor. It is a completely fabricated narrative. As a content creator in this community, I've stayed quiet long enough. The only reason I'm making this video now is because I know the truth, and I know he's innocent. When you actually look at the logs, the real timelines, and the fact that he was just a 12-year-old kid learning how to make games turning 18 this year, it makes you realize how toxic internet mobs can get. People are twisting old, harmless interactions just to generate drama and views. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe while you edit.